Sometimes people say things, phrases, that make so much sense. They stick with me for a long time. The words open a door to personal truth. I had an instructor who once said to the class, "Determine your own belief system. Don't just accept what is told to you. Figure out what you believe." That idea has never left me, and this work is a part of that journey. This is a subjective exploration into the fall of man myth found in the book of Genesis. It may sound strange, but I feel as if this myth affects me subconsciously. It's as if the myth is pointing to something within that affects my views and relationships, like an underlying structure of belief and assumption written into my genetic code and guiding my experience of the world. This is an examination of those beliefs, psychological issues, and social assumptions that have been tied to my spiritual life. My hope is that through this process, I'll find some spiritual maturity. This work is not a commentary on anyone's belief system, but my own. Individual perspectives may be vastly different, and I am only speaking about truths as they apply to me. If any of this offends, please know it is not intended that way. I am trying to take responsibility and move forward. I am not assigning blame. My sincere hope is if I share this work, others may find some benefit. Maybe I'm not the only one that struggles with this. There are two creation myths found in the book of Genesis in the Bible. The first has God creating everything in 7 days. The second creation myth, found in chapters 2 and 3, has God creating man, woman, the garden paradise, and then their transgression and banishment. The fall of man myth begins at chapter 3 and is part of the second creation myth. I will be using the Catholic Bible I received in high school. Other translations and versions will vary, but the ideas are similar. It may be helpful to reread the myth for yourself, but I will outline it here and reference lines throughout. To summarize the myth, God creates man from the clay in the earth, as well as a garden paradise for him to live. In the middle of this garden are two trees: the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and bad. Man is instructed by God not to eat the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and bad, or surely he will die. God creates all the animals which man names, and creates woman out of man's rib. Through union with woman, man again experiences wholeness. One body, they are both naked and without shame. The serpent, the fourth character in this story, enters and convinces the woman to eat the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and bad. She shares it with the man. Their eyes are instantly opened, and they realize that they are naked and cover themselves. God returns. The man and the woman hide, but are exposed. God is angered, and he punishes all three of them. The serpent is made to crawl on his belly and eat dirt. The woman must endure painful childbearing and be dominated by her husband. And the man must live a life of hard work and the realization that it will all end in death. Then the man and the woman are banished from the garden paradise. To be clear, I don't believe in a literal interpretation of the fall of man. I believe it is a myth, an ancient story that tugs deep at the subconscious. It illuminates the conflicts and challenges of being human. At surface level, this myth appears as one of disobedience as the source of suffering in the world. The problem is, intertwined in this myth of spiritual transgression are beliefs around sexuality, power, life and death, separateness, and superiority. This work is an attempt to pull these unquestioned beliefs to the surface to be reevaluated.